I don't want a cook full meal, but I want something yummy, especially like a cold weather, like a rainy weather. The reason is that Koreans think that the sizzling pajeon or any type of pancake in oil, they're making that noise. They think that it resembles the raindrops. So that people like to think of when it rains or when it's cold, they think of eating jeon. Haemul Pajeon is really famous in Busan, Korea. This is sea, kind of like a Bay Area, but it's a little bit south of Seoul, and it's a beautiful town. This is really easy and convenient, right? You can just get a cup of this mix and a cup of water is all you need. So in a bowl, we are going to add all-purpose flour, half a cup, short grain rice flour, short grain, half a cup, and then onion powder, half a teaspoon. Potato starch will make kind of like a light and crispy. A quarter teaspoon or a little bit of baking powder. You're doing this because you're trying to eliminate the lumpiness. And we are going to use a cup of water, ice cold water, okay? And what I noticed was that on my recipe, I asked you to add 1 cup of ice water. What I noticed is I might need to add a little bit more after we put the seafood. Now, with this, you don't want to mix it as if you're making pancake. You don't want to stir too much because then the starch will get really sticky. Now I have clams, I have mussels, I have shrimps, and I have calamari. If you don't want to put any of these seafood, you're welcome to skip it. So today, since the name hence is the seafood pancake, I am going to add some, okay? Shrimp, you want to, I deveined it. Shrimp is always yummy in your Haemul Pajeon. Okay, so I have a shrimp, I'm putting it in here. Okay. Calamari, keep it in circle. It's a tube. I removed the intestines out of the from inside, and then handful of clams, and then these mussels. You can just cut it in half. These are tiny, so some of them you don't have to worry about cutting in half. But, okay, so I have that. Okay. So now I have the green onions, the top and the bottom cut. And since my cast iron pot is not that big, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and maybe 2/3 of a length. So what I'm going to do is just add the color to it. So if you look at the cast iron, it is hot. You can tell that it is hot, and it has a little bit of oil at the bottom. And you're going to grab a handful of green onion, and you just put that on directly onto your frying pan. So we're going to put the batter, but don't put too much. Just very evenly, and just drizzle a little bit. using chopsticks and spatula. It helps shape it. Do you see how the color of the green onion is beautifully brown? This is the reason why you want to put the batter, you want to put green onion before the batter, okay? And let's say in between your pancake falls apart, right? How do you put it together? Just get a little bit of your batter, just the batter itself, and just put it around, and then it cooks and it glues together. So I'm gonna flip this again. Let's see if I can do it again. Okay. So this is the pancake ready. This is how Koreans will eat it. Just get a chopstick and they'll just split it like this.